Hello, my name is Jenny and I am welcoming you today to my blog spot. Today is the Crafty Cupcakes first week of the September design team blog, and for this blog all through September we'll be using the Daffodil Delight stamp set plus the punch and the designer paper as and when appropriate. So today I'm making this card for you, which is a Z fold card. Sorry, just getting my punch off the shelf ready for use. So the card is quite easy to make, but it's got lots and lots of pieces, so that's quite fun. So I'll put that there for now. So these are a lot of the pieces here that I've cut out ready to go, and we'll also be using one of the stamps from this Eastern Beauty set and a stamp from the Birthday Blooms set. All of these are Stampin' Up items. So I'm going to start with scoring the larger item, the large piece, which is the base of the card. Just move these out of the way. I'll bring in my scoreboard here. So we're going to stamp this yellow base card. All the sizes will be in the bottom of the blog. I'll put a directions there for all the pieces that you need to cut. So we're going to score this at 2 3/4, so 2 1/2, 2 3/4, and again at 5 1/2, which is here. And I'm also going to do that with this piece. This is 1 1/8 by 11. This one was 4 by 11. So 2 3/4, was it? Yes, 2 3/4. Hold it steady. By 5. And that's all I need to score. The rest I can get rid of that out of the way now. So you can already see how this is going to work with the Z. I'm going to fold that back and burnish it, and then fold it the other way and burnish that one as well. So you've got the bases of your card there. So we're going to make a double matte piece here, and for the front a single there. Stamp that and then put it all together. The only thing that's different is this was actually a retired punch, so I'm using one that's not retired for this card here. So I'm going to start with making the mats for here. We start with the white Whisper White for the background and some of the Daffodil Delight designer series paper to go over the top of that. So I'm going to glue that down here. Okay. Move that out of the way. I don't want to get ink on that. There's not really a top or bottom to this particular pattern, so anyway, I like the Tombo because you can move it around slightly once you've put it on. There we go. Perfect. And we might as well put it straight onto the card. Set that there. And again, you've got a little bit of wiggle room till you get it correct. Okay, now the front piece. I've got it running north-south on the card. And just pop that on there. Again, a little bit of wiggle room to get it in the right place before you set it properly. And that one goes here. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to put the white one here, but before I set that on I'm going to stamp it, just in case I make a mistake and have to turn it over. And I'm going to use this Night of Navy ink. Don't know what that is, but I'll get it off. And this stamp I'm going to use is here in this box. Happiest of birthdays to you. I really like this stamp. You can see with this one I actually did it a little bit too far down the card, so I'm going to stamp it a bit higher up the next time. Just with this, in this game you're always learning by your mistakes. That's that one. This one here. Okay. So I'm going to put it towards the top here. Give it a good press. That's beautiful. Sometimes when you cut the paper it looks it's the wrong side, and just rub it slightly, it'll make it look flatter and better. There we go. Let's pop the glue on there. And that's that piece. Lovely. Okay. Now the next piece is to add this, and we've got to add the front bit, these little bits as well. So put the little bits on first. Just add some glue to the back. Okay, this is too long I think. Put it there. I forgot to trim this one. I need to trim that. That's where we can do that after. As you can see, I haven't trimmed it to the right length. Okay. I think I've done something wrong here actually. Okay, I'm just going to pause for a second and come back to you. Okay, so I'm back with you again. So what I did wrong was I scored at 5 instead of 5.5. So I need to score that at 5.5. And I'm just going to use the other side of it. And it needs to be trimmed to 11 inches, which is there. So I'll just trim that with my scissors to 11 inches. There we go, that's us back on track. Okay, try again. So I'm just going to go to the other side of it. And I'm going to rub those down because that was the underside of the card rather than the top side. It looks better on the other side. There we go. So that one wants to go there. Glue that. Cut another piece, as you can see. Okay, that's the longest piece. And then the two shorter pieces will go here. Okay, and the last one. So all the measurements will be at the bottom for you. Don't do what I did. Score it in the wrong place. There we go. Just let that set before we do the folds and burnish them. Okay, right. So attaching that to here, the longer piece comes at the front, and then the smaller piece goes there, that way. Okay, so I'm going to put that here first. And that's nicely out of the way compared to that one where it was in behind. Mind you, the daisy's big. Let's put it down a bit. Right, so I'm going to do the first part. Glue the first part down. And then we're going to add the extra bits. So set that there and just hold it carefully for a minute. Just come back slightly. There we go. I'm going to hold that to let it set. And once that's set, then we're going to put the glue here on this piece and fold the card carefully and just set the card on top of it. We can trim off that last little bit afterwards. Hold that there. It's easier than trying to do it any other way. And there you've got your Z fold. I don't really want to trim that off. Might just leave it. There we go. Right, now the daisies and the sentiment for the front. So the sentiment for the front is going to be stamped onto here. I've got the sentiment here, which says to think of you is to smile. So I'll ink that up and stamp that here. And these two little circles have been cut out using the where have they gone? Here we are. The Stitch Shapes Framelits dies. I've used the circles, and I've used not the biggest one but the next two down. The smallest one was too small for the sentiment. So I'll put some glue on there. Pop that on top and set it. And then that's going to go on with dimensionals on here. Little tiny bit of glue on there. I'll just get off with my glue rubber. Right, a couple of dimensionals to hold that. Which way is the writing? That way. Okay. Fraction off centre. Oh, I can't. There we go. To think of you is to smile. Lovely. Now we're going to make some daisies to go on the front as well. So I'm going to move that out of the way, so I don't want to get it all over myself. And we're going to use, that's the Daffodil Delight and my daisy stamp, which is here. Get the daisy stamp out. This has been well used by me. Oops, it's on the floor now. Right. I'm going to pop that on there, and I've got a sheet of Whisper White, and I want 6 daisies. I'll put them fairly near the edge so that I can get the punch to them. Oops, those are touching, so that's not going to work. I'll turn it over once I've punched them out. So I find it easier to see what I'm doing with the punch, have it upside down. So line it all up nicely. to punch them out. That's one. Slide it around carefully because it tends to get caught in the holes that you've created. Two. That one I can't do without cutting it out. Right, I just need to trim the edge here to get in closer. That's three. Again, I need to trim the edge off to get in closer. I bet if you're watching this, you're going, go, go, as you're watching where I'm putting it. Right, which one I'm going to do this time? This one. And then turn it over for the other one. That's five. I don't know, that's not going to work. I'll do my last one on the other side. You could do this with 4, but I decided to do it with 6, just to make the flowers a bit more petally. There we go, and that's the 6 of them done. And it's decided to catch on the very last one. So, there we've got 6 daisies punched out. So I find it easier just to use the glue dots to put them together. So I have got some mini glue dots here, and I'm going to put my daisies together using that. Which side are the dots on? Here we go. So the first one, I'll pick it up on the back, and I'm going to do like a half turn, or third of a turn between the daisies, and put those two together, and then pick up the next dot and do another third of a turn and put that in there. So that's one daisy. I'll do the other one again, part of a turn, and then pick up another dot and do the other, do there. There we go. So I've got 2 pretty daisies. And I'm going to use this little stamp from the daisy set just to put centres in them, or you could actually use little glittery things in the middle, but I'm just going to use the stamp this time round. There we go. Got glue on my finger then. Okay, so we're going to put the daisies on the card, and we're actually almost finished. Got one daisy there and one daisy there. What I did the back one first. I'm putting them on with dots because I don't want them to be too thick rather than dimensionals. Put this one on first, and then I'm going to put the other one on so it's kind of on top of that one. Here I will use a dimensional for that one because it's on the outside. What have I done? Lost my daisy then. So to make it roughly on top, pop it there, and there's your card. Oh, I did put a couple of little daisies here. Let's get them out and do that as well. Sorry, I managed to get glue on it. I do like this glue rubber. Right, where's my daisy gone? I do really like this little tiny stamp. What I'm going to do for this. So you stay there, yeah. So I'm just going to put 3 little stamps across that in opposite directions. There we go. That's me finished. Happiest of birthdays to you, and to think of you is to smile. Hope you've enjoyed that, and take care. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, put a comment in the box below and pop over to my blog spot here to have a look at everything I've done over the last few weeks. Thank you and take care, and see you next week. Bye.